Hey, today we are unboxing and setting up the Bose SoundTouch 300 soundbar. Bose is known for making classy tech that produces a big sound from a small space, and it's usually pretty easy to use. So did they replicate that here? Let's find out. Here you see everything that comes in the box. There is the SoundTouch 300 soundbar, of course, power cable, really nice remote control, universal remote. We get an HDMI cable in the box as well as an optical cable. And then this is for the Adapt IQ calibration system. You actually put this on like a headband, and it's going to help us set up the soundbar to optimize sound quality. The first thing I want to point out is this is a really well-built soundbar. It's that class thing I was talking about before. It's got a lot of heft to it and a gorgeous glass top. And carrying on with the simplicity, we have just a few ports available. There's an HDMI input and HDMI out, which is ARC enabled. More on that later. There's an optical digital input, the Adapt IQ input for those headphones we showed you earlier. There is a connection for an Acoustimass sub, although most subwoofers from Bose these days are wireless. A LAN port, again, there's Wi-Fi built into this, and then our power port is right here. This is where we'll put our power cable. To connect the soundbar to your TV, you want to go via HDMI if you can, especially if you have an HDMI ARC port on your TV. Just remove this little plastic guard and plug this HDMI cable into the soundbar. If, however, you do not have HDMI ARC available, we recommend going with an optical cable. Again, that's this little guy right here. You want to remove the plastic tabs from the tips of the optical cable, plug one end into the soundbar and the other end into your TV's optical digital output. You'll want to go into the audio settings of the TV as we're doing here. It's going to be set to internal speaker by default. We just need to enable the digital output, and then we'll finally get sound from the soundbar. Now that we've turned the soundbar around, we can see that it's really not adorned with much in the way of graphics. We do have an input indicator area here, and then over here in the middle of the soundbar, we've got an NFC touch strip. We can actually peel this guy right off now that you know that this is where you would tap an NFC phone to connect via Bluetooth. Next, we need to calibrate the sound of the soundbar. We highly recommend you go through with this process because it really does improve the sound and it optimizes the virtual surround sound effects. To do this, we plug the Adapt IQ headband into the soundbar. I'm going to put it on top of my head. Then we're going to grab the remote control, press this little musical looking button, and then press and hold the number 8 until we see two lights blinking on the soundbar. At this point, there's going to be verbal prompts coming from the soundbar telling you exactly what to do. Essentially, you're going to move around to 5 different positions while it plays a series of test tones, and that's going to optimize the sound for those seating locations. So pick the 5 areas you imagine people are going to sit most. At this point, your soundbar is now ready to play movies or TV, and you can stream music via Bluetooth, but for a better music streaming experience, try the Bose SoundTouch app. It'll walk you through the setup steps, and when you're done, you can stream music directly from your favorite streaming music apps without having to use your phone as a resource. That's it for unboxing and basic setup of the Bose SoundTouch 300 soundbar. If you want to learn more about this soundbar, including how it actually sounds, be sure to check out our full review.